With insights from leading industry executives and investors, politicians, journalists, regulators and analysts, the PLSA's 2017 Investment Conference promised to challenge, enlighten, equip and inspire. Opening the event, Association Chair Leslie Williams outlined the pitfalls of a blinkered approach and underlined the importance of cognitive diversity in an uncertain economic climate.
If we all mix with people of the same background, who like the same things, have the similar political views and who look the same, then we will work and socialise in self-regarding groups whose biases are confirmed by one another.
A viewpoint shared by author and former CEO Margaret Heffernan.
How do we create the kinds of teams in which diversity and truth-telling is maximised? I think it's really tremendous that this conference has put diversity as its sort of headline topic, because it signals that at last, maybe, we are finally moving beyond the notion that this is about political correctness and embracing the idea that collective intelligence is about harnessing multiple kinds of thinking, attitudes, experience, ways of tackling problems, and that that's what you need for really robust decision making.
One man who knows a little more than most about being open to new ways of thinking is former Shadow Chancellor turned dancing sensation Ed Balls.
Both diversity and challenge in the way you think about decision making in government, and also the process from that of building consensus. You need both to run side by side. And I hope that that is an interesting reflection for you as you think about the way in which diversity can play a role in your world.
From Westminster to the Strictly ballroom, he underwent his own personal diversification and wants the pensions industry to challenge itself too.
I think if you're thinking about making good decisions as a board, as a set of trustees, as a cabinet minister, in the end, your goal is to reach a consensus, a common way forward, but you need a diversity of views, not just to debate the options, but also to make sure you ask the difficult questions about what surprises might be coming along, what assumptions you're taking for granted. If you're going to be a good policymaker or a good trustee, you have to plan for the unexpected, and that means you need challenge and diversity rather than groupthink or a mono view of the world. That's how you make sure that you are robust and that you think about risk and that you challenge your assumptions. And without diversity, the danger is you make bad decisions.
With nearly 150 pension schemes represented at the conference, the chair of the DB task force, Ashok Gupta, pulled no punches as he detailed the group's recommendations for consolidation.
A critical time because the next few months will show whether we collectively have the appetite to address the systemic failings of the sector, which is putting the benefits of so many members at so much risk.
Ashok, the DB shortfall has been described as a time bomb.
Emma, it is a time bomb. It may not be a time bomb that goes off in my lifetime, but it's certainly one that's going to impact my children. And if we as a sector are going to behave in a responsible way, I think we need to take action now.
Offering a global perspective, former US Assistant Secretary of State James Rubin presented his worldview and a cautiously optimistic outlook.
I believe that there have been some troubling populist nationalist trends, that this neo-nationalism is worrying and should be rebutted, but I don't think that it will end up being decisive for our world, because I think it will inspire those who have Western liberal values to realize the stake they have in our world and respond to this irresponsible nationalism.
So good news for those who are investing long term.
Right, only we just don't know how long term is.
Reinforcing the importance of a long-term approach in an industry that has so many people's retirements in their hands.
Asset managers are not going to force change, because what they're doing is what the asset owners want, expect, need, if you like. And so the way to affect real change in this industry is the asset owners to say, I want something different, I want a different solution. I'm happy to work with you to come up with that solution, but it needs to be different. So I think collectively, the asset owners in the field of strategy and the field of diversity need to do a lot more, and hopefully conferences like this help with that.
Be a demanding client.
Be a demanding client and change yourself so that others change with you. The gift is with where the money is, and the money is with the asset owners.
I'll just add that in a time of change, some change can be good, but if it goes too far, The importance of checks and balances is very important. I think the investment community has a role to play there, both through their capital in investing in ways that reinforce the values of free markets, free trade, and free movement of people, and as well with socially responsible investing to cover some of the values that we try and espouse on behalf of our beneficiaries, so that we don't see excesses of different kinds in the environment and social policy and the like.
Responsibility, strategies, governance and diversity. The PLSA gave the 900 pension professionals here much to consider for the coming 12 months.
It's going to be a difficult year, but if there's one thing that I think people will have learned from this conference, it's the power of embracing diversity, embracing challenge, embracing people with perspectives other than your own as a means to make sure you test your own thinking, test your implicit assumptions and get to better conclusions and more lasting results.